Hello and welcome YouTube fellows on MQ Reef. Today I'm coming up with a very exciting news, happy news that I have accomplished what I wanted to since long. That is full reef automation without touching anything. And why it's important for stability. But first of all, I like you to subscribe my channel and press the bell icon they say, and you can like the video also if you like. You may ask queries, comments, critique, anything you feel like about this. So coming over to the topic straight, this is 130 gallon fully automated reef tank now I can say. And as you can see, this is 1 year and 2 months old mixed reef. I have got around 14-15 fish stock, around 35 odd corals, and they all grew from the very small fracs. Now coming over to the topic straight, why reef automation is important and why it's important for stability. A reef requires stability, and it should be done in a way that one should not feel find it difficult to change water or to fill ATO daily, to maintain temperature, heaters, and things like that. So first of all, coming over to the automation of certain aspect, that is temperature. I'm using this STC 1000 external thermostats. I've got two. I made them myself into this tiffin boxes, as you can see. This one is maintaining temperature externally instead of depending on the internal thermostats of the chiller or heaters. So this is very important to maintain the temperature on tropical waters throughout the year, in winters as well as heaters. If the temperature goes down, this will automatically switch on this heater. So this is the first step towards automation of the temperature. The next is salinity, the most important aspect in my view, and that is maintained through timely topping off of fresh water. How? This is an external ATO reservoir that I've made, and this is maintained through a float valve which is coming from another water tank placed outside, completely filled with RO water by my RO filter, RODI filter. I'm using the simple cheap method, around 30 rupees or 0.3 cents you can say, for this plastic float, to just keep this water level here completely. How? I'll show you from the outside. So this is my RODI filter, and this is my auto kit. What it does that after the water goes down, it automatically switches it on, flushes this membrane in the first 15 seconds, and then passes through this membrane making RO, then which passes through this DI, and then that goes to my this let me adjust the brightness, this drum. This is a 2000 rupees simple drum which is filled till top for the RO water, and I'm using actually the siphoning method instead of taking water from the main drain, because here the weight of the water will be behind this simple RO line, instead of, whereas in case of siphoning it is just the water trickle down. So this can be used to fill my auto water salt container. I have just installed it as part of full automation. Now let's go inside. So this is the siphoning in, and the float is maintaining the water since yesterday at this level. From here, this internal ATO pump will pump in the water inside my this sump through the help of this sensor, and water comes down from this, and the salt is maintained. Now this is what a simple RO setup, ATO setup can be to maintain your salt level. Now this is the CO2 scrubber to maintain pH, and it is just simply connected to my skimmer through a recirculation method, and this is how the pH is maintained. automatically. Next is my dosing. You can say it's automatic dosing using calcium reactor. I have Octo 140, and this is maintaining my calcium, alkalinity, magnesium, as well as traces. So I don't dose any of the, even I don't dose Acropar. This was for the calc, also for pH, but no more dosing after installing the calcium reactor. As you can see, corals are healthy. I don't dose any Acropar or any amino because I feel there was some cyano issue. However, since last 3 months has gone, and my cyano is also gone fully. I had some dinos here and totally gone. So this is what the stability is, that if you like to maintain your tank stable enough, then the tank also behaves in terms of its health. And now let's get over to the most important part of my video, that is auto water change through a simple doser. Now if you have been following my previous videos, you knew that this was my RO drum actually. For 13 days and for 14 days I would just mix the salt, and then I would, with the help of this manifold and through pump, will shift the water through these two pipes. You can say these two, one is drain, one is out. But now instead of that, I have made this as complete salt mixing drum. And now you can see the salt is mixed inside. This is simple. I'm just aerating it. It might not be required, but why not? And again, this is my doser in, taking the fresh salt water in through this Coral Box Wi-Fi doser to my return section. This is the return section. The fresh salt water will come here. It will go down into the display, keeping all the elements traces required to optimum level. And after 3 minutes of dosing in fresh salt water, this is the drain connected to the third doser, which then collects the water from skimmer section and then throws it outside the house. So my reef is 130. I change around 60 liters every 14 days. I have calculated that for 59 liters for 14 days will make it 4 liters, 4.2 liters. And if I divide 4.2 liters per day by 24 hours, then it comes to nearly 170 ml. So my Coral Box runs for 3 minutes for water in, fresh salt water in, and after that 3 minutes the next doser takes 170 ml outside from this skimmer section. So there are no chances of mixing the salt water. Very important article written by Randy Holmes Farley on Reef to Reef actually also recommended this. Instead of doing water changes on 14th day or monthly, where you like to take out the chunk of nutrients, but one must understand that chunk of nutrients also pile up at that time. So without stressing corals, without stressing anything minutely, effectively, you have to stabilize tank in terms of its temperature first of all, through food automation, salinity stabilization through automated ATO reservoir, no need to fill it often, and then through pH as well. The skimmer is also drained outside, so it will not be touched. I am not using any filter socks, you can say. There is no filter socks because my tank is low nutrient system, and that developed over a period of an year with the help of very successful vinegar regime. My nitrates do not rise, my phosphates do not rise, so I don't need any filter socks. So this also assisted me in full automation. My aim is not to touch this tank before 14th day, and I would like to extend its life further by raising the salt water level to this level by making it 120 liters. So just for 28 days, 30 days auto water change will extend its life. So this was the today's video. As you can see, my this salinity is maintained. Temperature is 24.7 to 25.2 maximum. Calcium reactor, and then the pH. pH is low. I would like to change this CO2 scrubber because it's been over 2 weeks now. So for now, this 2-week fully automated system with continuous water change, the mission has been accomplished. You can see the health of corals. You can see they are just growing like anything, and they just started from frags, and now come up very, very nicely. So hope you have enjoyed this video. If you like to comment, critique, you have any question, you like some clarity, you may ask, and free feel. It's just a hobby, and which I like to share whatever I do. So till next video or till next update, Allah Hafiz.